Hi guys, this is iBLOCK TV. My name is DUSHAN, and today we're gonna speak about very hot topic these days. Uh, is this the end of ICO market? What is the next for the ICOs? We saw a big hype in 2017 and the first months of 2018, and after that a steep decline in ICO market. So today I'm going to discuss about this topic and more with a co-founder and managing director of CryptoProfile, Mr. Max. Hi Max, how are you?
Hi guys, I'm good.
Great. Max, so you are here in the space for a while. From 2016, you already started with this project with CryptoProfile, and your mission is to bring more transparency, clarity, and order into the ICO market, right? So can you please tell me first, what do you think about the state of the ICO market today, and what is the mission of CryptoProfile?
Okay, I think current state of ICO is that a lot of lousy ICO are being got rid of, and the good ones will stay. And of course, in the ICO space, we will see that there are a lot of scam projects that will still keep on coming, and there will be really good projects that are not publicly known to other people.
Mhm. But when Max, when you speak about scam projects, I just like to know. So these are the people that come, for example, the founders, to conduct an ICO with the purpose basically to steal the money, or they don't know, or their project is bad, but they are just not aware of it, or they are just not capable of to manage the project efficiently, and eventually they fail. So what is the definition of scam here?
Okay, the definition of scam is that they do not have a real business running, and probably there isn't a real person involved in the project. Yeah, but in terms of like they do not have the knowledge, or they do not have the capability, or not enough funding, that is not considered a scam. They just need more guidance. Yeah, but the intentions must be correct.
Hmm. Cool. And what do you think? Do you see now? So you are following the market for for years now. Do you see that these scammy projects, that there are less scammy projects compared to 2017, maybe 16, beginning of 18, or you still see scam projects coming in a huge numbers?
Mm, Now it's getting lesser because a lot of people has been saying that ICO space is very difficult to raise fund. So a lot of scam project actually either they die off or they try to postpone. Like last night, I managed to found a scam project as well. So it's still there. It's just whether are we able to catch them or not.
Mhm. So you think that we are now at this stage, we are kind of in transformation period, consolidation period, and the next step for the ICO market would be more mature, transparent, regulated, understandable market where we will see good projects with good ideas, with decent themes behind the projects that will get fundings. So this is what do you think is the next stage for the ICO market?
Yes, correct. Because in 2017, there's a lot of crappy project that came about. Just a white paper, they can raise like maybe 80 million without executing anything. Yeah, they raised a lot of money, but what happened next? So a lot of project also use ICO to raise money without any, I would say, business model or any MVP. So right now we see that, oh, everyone is asking, you are doing ICO, do you have an MVP? Are you on a running business that is on profit or not? So investor like to ask this kind of question. But in the olden days, 2017, no one will ask all these things. They'll say, oh, the idea is good and we'll just invest.
Mhm. What about valuation of the token? For example, when a company is doing an ICO, for an investor is really difficult to evaluate these tokens because this really still market, developing market, compared, for example, to equities, when we have like, hundreds of years, if you want, there are like, certain balance sheets or income statements, or other frameworks where you can basically, more or less define what is the value of an asset. But here the token economics is really difficult to understand, and each project is doing its own token economics model. So do you think here is a challenge, an issue, or problem, and what is the next step in this area?
Okay, what I feel is that let's say for example IPO, how many shares to issue? There's a way to calculate. But actually for ICO space, there's also a way to calculate. If you take a look at my total token supply, I did a reverse calculation of tokenomics. So ICO space, there's really a way to calculate how many token to issue, and not just I want to issue maybe 5 billion token, 10 billion token. So how do they actually come up with the numbers? Yeah, it's the same as calculating of share for IPO.
But it's probably difficult to calculate the future value of the token. It's like, of course, on the initial phase, it's really a wild, more of a wild guess, right?
Yeah, initial phase is really wild guess, but there's something called token price pegged to business model, because when doing ICO, it's actually that we are borrowing money from the future. So when the business is on profit, the profit from the business needs to go back to the society and return back to the money that we borrow.
Okay, and one question before we discuss about your project, about the price performance of the tokens from the previous ICOs. I just read somewhere in the last days that the overall return on the ICOs is like down 70%, but probably here are all the projects, the scammy as you call them, and probably also the bear market, as we see also on let's say in mainstream cryptocurrencies, that are probably also influencing the token prices. What do you think? What is next for token performances of the ICO that will be done now or in the future, when we will have more regulated, transparent, understandable, and so on ICO market? Do you think that the performance of the tokens will be better than what we see today?
If we are going to look for long term, yes, definitely. I'm actually looking at 2021. So I'm not looking at short term. But I feel that because right now all the token price are pegged to BTC. So if BTC price go up, everything goes up in USD value. But if BTC goes down, even good project cannot
Sure.
be, yeah, it will just die because
Sure.
of BTC.
But do you think, like, if you just like kind of the average indicators in the future, that like the price performance of the tokens of the ICOs will perform better than what we've seen like in the last year or so, or you don't, it depends on the project?
Um, Definitely it will perform better than 2018, because in 2018 is a downtrend. So downtrend, every token will just die off because of BTC price. But in 2019 onwards, now BTC is consolidating, and 2020 it may just go up a bit. Let's say maybe go to like maybe 20,000 USD, and 2021 may have another bull run. That is my own prediction. Of course, it's not a financial advice.
Cool. Cool, Max. Thanks a lot. Let's discuss about your project. So, CryptoProfile, as I mentioned, it you are here in the space for a while. You started with your project in 2016. You have really huge Telegram group, more than 70,000 people, and your mission is to help ICO market mature. And on your website, I can just read. The CryptoProfile is empowering a blockchain revolution towards a safer and more secure ICO ecosystem. So you have a noble cause, noble mission. How are you going to do that? What is CryptoProfile about?
Okay, in a very layman term, we can say that we are actually a gatekeeper for the crypto space. That
Okay.
that all my team members, when we do this project, is not for money. It's really a passion for the crypto, because we make our earnings from cryptocurrency in 2016, 2017. And we feel that if no one is going to clean up the whole space, then how are we going to go for mass adoption in that case?
And how are you going to do that with crypto profile? Because I speak to many people, and I would say most of the really people that are inside the crypto are with the noble cause, and many would like to help in this respect. And how are you going to do that with crypto profile?
Okay, for crypto profile, we want to make friends with everyone to be our partners, including exchanges, rating website, media website, consultation company. So if by our own effort, we can't do what we want to do, we need a lot of partners to help. And good partners like, let's say, ICOrating.com, Coin Intelligence that give unbiased rating. So these are the people that we should work together, and we shouldn't see ourselves as competitor with them, because all we wanted is a safer space in the crypto.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and crypto profile. So you're running an ICO. So you are selling your tokens. So what will be crypto profile as a business entity, if you want?
Business incentive.
Entity, yeah, entity as a business. So you are selling the tokens. You are in the ICO stage right now. Can you explain me about the what is the crypto profile? What is the business model?
Oh, okay. The business model is that we are already a running business, and we are on profit. So we used to be a marketing company. By having a media website, we can actually do a lot of stuff like subscription, banner, uh, rating, whatever that marketing needs. But on the other hand, when we validate all these project to be good, we don't really take any profit from them, because they are just buying our token, and 6 months later we return them their token, and the only condition is to ask them to airdrop 10% of their token to our community. So crypto profile doesn't need this to survive, but we need this to record all the community and all the transaction that is in place.
Cool. So as far as I understand correctly, we have like you will do also the listings of the projects and with unbiased reviews, right? On one hand, and on the other hand, you will do marketing activities for projects and the airdrop for the community that will hold your tokens. Yes. So you will ask projects that you will decide to work with to pay you $100,000, and in return for $100,000, you will give them your tokens, CP tokens, that will be locked for a minimum of 6 months or more until the project is listed on exchange. And in addition, they will have to provide 10% of the tokens for the airdrop purposes, and all holders of CP tokens will be entitled to this 10%. This 10% will be 100% distributed to the holders of the CP tokens, right? Here is my question. The holder, for airdrop campaigns and so on, normally certain tasks should be performed or executed, right? For example, in your case, the holder of CP token is automatically entitled to these airdrops, or the community or the holder has to perform something in order to get them.
Yeah. So actually for them is it's very optional. Okay, because it is not like the normal airdrop platform that they have to do certain tasks, because uh, those who are recorded in my blockchain, in ERC20 blockchain, who are holding CP token, most of them are actually investors. So they are not really the bounty hunter or or bobs that are trying to steal some token. Yeah, but of course, if they like the project, they want to know more, they may go to their Telegram and ask more questions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And how many projects are you planning to work with in these like marketing activities a year? Do you have any like targets?
Yeah, in the past we get one project every 2 months to do marketing. But now I don't know how much funds I'll be able to raise and how quick we are able to expand. So my projection is still one project every 2 months. If that project is really good, who knows? Maybe we couldn't even find a very good project. Who knows what they are doing?
So you will be like, but the other part of your activities will be listing. So you will be listing basically. What will be criteria for listing on your resources on your platform, just for the listing?
Just for the listing, they don't have to pay anything. Everything is free. But for the rating, because of manpower issue, we may need them to pay if they want to cut the queue. Otherwise, we will just go ahead with our own due diligence, and the reporting will be done in the website, with or without them paying us.
But for the listing, no, let's say face control is being done, no due diligence, no like, for example, anyone can apply for listing.
They can apply, but if we know upfront that they are a scam project, we will not list them. So there is actually another verification process before they are listed and live. At least we need to know that, okay, this is a genuine project. Otherwise, we'll be like one of the website that anyhow, even scam project, they also list.
Sure, sure. Cool. Question, for example, I also interviewed like the platforms, let's say crowdfunding platforms that provide the KYC and basically easy to use, user-friendly interface for the investors, and they also like do due diligence. They don't provide. I mean, of course, not all projects can be sold through their platforms. What do you think your competitive advantage or difference is compared to these kind of solutions?
Okay, first of all, as I mentioned, we need to work with the rest of the rating agency. So when we work hand in hand, our rating will be in their website. Their rating will be in our website. And if we are going to integrate with, let's say, maybe 50 websites, there will be 50 different rating. So it's not really about competition anymore. It's to let everyone know the truth. Because some of the rating website, they go by media rating. It's not a due diligence rating. Yeah. And some other project, they only do due diligence rating and not media rating. But one thing that a lot of people, they did not really go into is whether the project owner, are they a crypto people? Are they crypto team or not? Yeah. Have they invested in any ICO before?
Cool. And tell me, what kind of, you said like one project in 2 months, maybe it's going to be more or less, but let's say from 5 to let's say 20 projects a year. What do you think, what will be the next, or what kind of projects you would like to see in your portfolio that will be doing the ICO? Like just the basic cryptocurrencies or the infrastructure projects or, payment solutions. What do you think?
Okay, there are a few things that I'm looking at. First of all, if they are a commercial project, they need to have a running business at least for 1 year and it's on profit.
So it's kind of reverse ICO, right?
Yeah, something like that. Maybe they have not done an IPO, but at least they need to have a business model that is running. And they must be a crypto people. Someone in their team members, founders or co-founder must have invested in some ICO before, or they have at least some Bitcoin or Ethereum in their account. Right. Okay. Second type of project that I would like to see is protocol project. So we know that Bitcoin is blockchain 1.0, Ethereum 2.0, we saw Zilliqa 3.0, there may be 4.0, we don't know. So technology project I like to see as well, because most of the protocol project, they may survive the winter market. Yeah. So these are the two kinds of project that I'm looking at.
Cool. As far as I know, if from your website, your targets for the fundings are about 1 million soft cap and 30 million hard cap, and you already reached your soft cap. between 1 and 30 is a big spread. So can you just briefly explain me how your activities will vary, will change depending on how much money you will raise during your ICO?
Yeah. Okay. Basically, when I calculate out my soft cap, that is 1.1 million USD. The projection is that we only hit our soft cap and no expansion for the team, but the project will still continue. So I actually did a milestone of fundraise. Let's say we hit 7 million. What kind of expansion? 40 million, 21 million, and hard cap. What kind of expansion there are? So there are different milestones for expansion. So I also foresee that we cannot hit our hard cap because current market is really not easy to do fundraising. If we want to hit 30.4 million, it's going to maybe I need to get CZ to do some shilling.
Cool. Max, tell me about your team just briefly. So you are the managing director and co-founder. Then you have Jesslyn Lim. She's your deputy and co-founder. You have a lot of co-founders actually, about 6, 7, 8 people. Charles Ram is co-founder. Alan Lu is co-founder. Kelvin Lu, probably brothers, co-founder. Andrew Se, co-founder, and so on. So you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 co-founders. What is the background of all these guys and the girl?
Okay, maybe I'll talk about Jacqueline first.
Yeah.
Jacqueline is actually a housewife with a few kids, so she hasn't been working full time for very, very long. But I got her into crypto space in 2016, and she started to do investment, buy, sell of alternate coin, also like to invest in ICO. And right now, when we started our project, she's actually the content person that if you see cryptoprofile.com, there's a tooltip. What is Ethereum? Platforms that creates platform, and there's a tooltip. You click, there will be a detailed explanation of Ethereum. So everything is from her, and she's using my message chat to do trading as well. So for Charles Ram, he used to run a legal lottery shop in Singapore. But because 2016 he got into crypto, and he closed his shop to be fully focused in cryptocurrency because he liked investment as well. So for Alan Liu and Kelvin Liu, yeah, you're right. They are both brothers. So Alan is our CTO and Kelvin is our CMO. So both of them has not been working full time for others. So both of them, they are entrepreneur for more than 10 years. But we pull them into crypto profile because we told them that, look, N share is very cheap right now. You should buy N share. And right after they buy, 2 weeks later, N share will brand to be new. So they were very happy and 100% into crypto as well. And for Andrew C, he's actually our shareholder, our co-founder, but he's not really in the operation, not really in the operation team. However, the idea of having CryptoProfile.com comes from him because all of us, we are actually in a private group that I used to be the private group fund manager. So I've been trying to find a lot of information. Everyone is trying to find a lot of information in the market. So the information are scattered everywhere. And when we have new people coming in, newbie keep asking us, why do I have to do this for KYC? How to deposit, get to buy BTC? So we got so frustrated, and that's how CryptoProfile.com came about, with a team of people who are really passionate about what we are doing.
Great. Max, tell me how do you see the ISO market in 1 year from now? So let's imagine that it's beginning of 2020 and we have a talk. Of course, crypto profile, you already have your soft cap. So as you mentioned, you will go on with your project and hopefully you will really bring some clarity to the market to clean it up as you mentioned. So how do you see the ICO market in 1 year from now?
In 1 year from now, we will see that the scam project should be gone because no one dare to do a scam project. Second is we will see that all the ICO will have MVP because now they are so scared that they don't have an MVP. So everyone must have their MVP before they start their ICO. And I think there should be some regulation that will be coming up, like maybe from the regulators from Singapore MAS or even SEC, to say that if you want to do a ICO, you need to fulfill certain criteria. So maybe 10, 20 pointers to guide those ICO owners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a more regulated space.
So
But
to
whether
uh-huh.
whether it will evolve to a matured STO market or not, I don't know, because Singapore MAS just stopped a ICO project.
So if I sum up, ICOs in 1 year from now will be here. The ICO market is going to be more clear, transparent, understandable, hopefully without scam projects or with really limited amount of scam projects, with some MVPs or products already on the table. So the investors will know more in what they're investing, more protected, and hopefully the returns will be better compared to what we have seen in the past, given that the ecosystem will be more mature. So this is kind of the sum up. So ICOs, to your opinion, are not going away. They are just like transforming themselves in something better.
Yes, correct.
Cool. Max, thanks a lot for the discussion. I'm glad to hear this kind of feedback. I also hope that the ICO market will stay here. I definitely agree with you that it needs, fine tuning in order to get better. And thank you and your team for your effort, because your project will help ICO market to get better, to get more matured. That will be better for all of us.
Yes, correct, definitely.
Thanks, Max, and Happy New Year, Chinese New Year, and big hello to Singapore. Happy New Year and bye-bye.
Okay, thanks, Dusan. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And Happy New Year.